Javier on the backside in the tank destroyer. Looked like he was trying to get aggressive. Looked like he was thinking about making a play.
They're just trying to get this barricade down.
Yeah, V9.
Nice shots. Mouse is picking up 2 pieces on Artyom.
V9, by the way, last time just kind of full sent with the lob. Taking a much more passive approach, trying to go ahead and clear out some of the cover, like you mentioned. Wanza's starting to feel the pressure.
Yep.
Urgent deployment is in. So is a tank destroyer, but it's very, very low. It's off to the center over there in a little bit of a tunnel. Artyom is going to actually find the connection with the bomb, and that's going to get blown up.
Look at this beacon. Perfect beacon to be able to retake here on C1. It's just out of the sight line of where the attackers could take shots on you, and with the urgent redeployment and pairing, so many green bodies immediately pushing their way back to the point, especially if we can get this trade on the vehicle over the top. B9 is in trouble right now and is having to back up, and that's going to allow our defense to retake C1 yet again.
The flank, they found the beacon. They're going to find the tank as well. Surely the damage comes in. You guys are right next to it, but no. Incredible defensive effort. The side of HAN, they turn around just in time.
Another beacon as well. Very well done to utilize your score effectively, especially when they feel like they can't call in more vehicles. Just keep popping those things up and keep putting bodies onto the point. I talk about the attack winning the war of attrition because of the vehicle game, but if things keep going like that, the only war of attrition that will be won is HAN winning just because RRQ is losing lives finally. Eventually the defense will win. I just assumed with the vehicle advantages that RRQ has, they could full send and win the war. But so far, that's not the case.
It's all about the tank, like I mentioned. Sarajin, the world on his shoulders. Let's take a look at how everybody has done so far throughout this match. Krauser, of course, towards the top, on the back foot of being the gunner, and the helicopter. Sarajin towards the top, not necessarily that many kills, but the score is there. I like this adjustment from the side of RRQ. They're going with something that's a little bit tankier, no pun intended. Something that has a little bit more HP. The tank destroyer is not finding the value that they need, so they're going to take a different approach.
Dax on the bow, trying to get something connect through the smoke. Every life may matter. The sector is hard to take, both of these teams. And making that feel like the understatement of a century.
This is actually a big advancement from the side of Krauser. He's going to be trying to use this assault vehicle to cut off some of the rotations and constantly be a threat in terms of the possibility of an attack. Which, by the way, they currently have a vehicle on each side of the rotations from C1 over towards C2. So it's basically 2 members for RQ.
No way, again.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
How many engineers does the defensive side have? Insane. And immediately when they feel the pressure, a team respawn beacon goes down. They're only using the score for beacons and urgent redeployments. They get more and more expensive, but they have the score to spare because they're not buying vehicles. HAN is still holding the line, but the pressure is on. If Sarajin falls, it may be time to finally say RRQ may take C sector. Here come the infantry on the beacon. They got to make a big play as well and hopefully trade something out. But Sarajin down, and all of a sudden, we are in trouble.
Stacks and Cranberry on the flank side. They're trying to make a run towards C2, but Krauser and the assault vehicle, like I mentioned, cutting off those rotations, taking back towards a look towards C1. Look how many members have spawned in on that strategic beacon. It's 13. They're constantly flowing in. But now the vehicles are going to go ahead and try to get into the mix. This is going to be the AAV that's supposed to be holding off the rotations. But now it can join the attack.
Full commit. You have to full commit here. This is your win con. This is your position to win. You have to do it now. With Sarajin out of the battlefield, beacons down, urgent redeployment down, you have to make the move. Full send, and that's exactly what the AAV is doing. Gets up onto the point, drops bodies off, and is looking to blow anything up that moves. If it moves, it dies in RRQ. If they take Sector C, they should take the game. What a brilliant 120 life hold on the C sector. But it feels like this is the end of the road for HAN. They have fully restabilized to trade in the tug of war over to C2. It was their only play, and they did it to perfection with another beacon. And now the question in my mind is now what? You don't have a vehicle. Everybody pull out your rockets. Did you see how many rockets just shot down lane? How many engineers are playing the game right now?
But RRQ is going to have time to go ahead and respawn the vehicles, and they do just that. Javier back in the tank destroyer, trying to make something happen, trying to be the difference maker. But like you mentioned, the Rockets keep finding value. HAN, they keep landing urgent redeployment on the back foot of all the momentum that they're finding. The strategic beacons have been the MVPs.
All vehicles off the battlefield besides a heli in the sky. I called it too early. HAN have stood the test of time on the C sector, and they're still in this. I cannot believe it. They have saved their score for only team respawn beacons and urgent redeployments, and in the C sector, that is all you need right now. More vehicles rejoin the battlefield, and another gigantic push from RRQ that is going to be so dang tough for HAN to withstand without a vehicle of their own.
Yeah, now they have such a big advantage. No more Saracen in the tank. They're looking to go ahead and end things right now. They waste no time. They're just swarming the point. Every vehicle on. There's going to be no urgent deployment this time around for the side of HAN. Yeah, the tank's going to be destroyed, but so is the beacon from the side of HAN. That is the only way they can get back to the point. But RU1B actually puts down another beacon. They're going to go ahead. They're going to try to go ahead and jump in. But take a look at this. The individual efforts from the side of RRQ. They jump back onto the point. They find the other beacon that is placed down, and they cut off the rotations.
What? Are you kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen, if I'm reading that correctly, there's one thing that's missing on our overlay when we're in game, and only one thing. The game clock. If I'm reading that correctly, that is a win because of time. What? A game clock win? I mean, I knew we were on that sector for a while. I didn't know how long. Oh, I'm speechless. It was the only calculation we didn't have because we couldn't see it. I mean, I got a timer down here, but the time changes.
They were about to capture.
That was it. I mean, that was the game. If they get through that sector, that is GG's 2-0 game, set, match. We'll get 1,000% confirmation on that, but, like, I'm 99% sure. Walk me through the stats that you can see on the screen right now. Are you joking?
I mean, we know how it went. I feel like we have to emphasize Saracen on the other side. 94 engineering, the most out of the entire lobby. We saw how long he was able to go ahead and delay the attack. Put the team on his shoulders, man.